Do you know if you have enough money in your savings account? Big question there. A TikToker recently answered that key question.
Can we normalize telling each other what our savings accounts are? Because I really want to know. I feel like I see people saying like they have no savings. I feel like I see people having insane savings. And I just don't know what the normal is.
And while discussing your savings balances publicly is an individual decision, we want to find some answers of our own. Yahoo Finance contributor Ross Mack joins us now to help answer all of your savings questions. Hey, Ross.
Brad, how you doing, man? I happen to be on TikTok quite a bit, and I saw this one going viral. And the more interesting one that I saw is someone actually did a duet to that, effectively saying, let's not just talk about savings, let's talk about retirement. And I think, our generation now that we have more social media, everybody is now having and willing to have these open dialogues, right? I think back when I was first, getting into the workforce, these type of conversations were taboo, right? I never knew exactly how much I should be contributing to my 401k. I just heard just do what your employer matches, but I never knew exactly how much I should be going even beyond that. So I think it's a great conversation to start having, but two, I think it's something that we should actually talk about, right? I think it's troubling when you see that more than 50% of Americans feel as though they're not ready to actually have a comfortable retirement.
And so with that in mind, have we adequately mapped out where everyone should be, or the percentage that should make people comfortable with how much they're putting away in savings?
Absolutely, right. So according to Fidelity, by the time you reach the age of 30, you should have 1 times your actual salary. So if you're making $80,000, guess what? You need to have about $80,000 in your different retirement accounts, right? By the time you reach 40, we're talking 3x your salary. By the time you get 50, we're talking 6x your salary, 60, 8x, and then 67, 10x. And so the idea of thinking about this, and obviously another method is the FIRE method, where it's literally saying you want to have 25x your actual annual expenses. And the way you want to think about this is just saying, okay, how am I able to live comfortably by literally keeping my money invested, whether I'm just living off my dividends or, capital gains, et cetera. That is the way you want to think about that. And so obviously, right, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is actually today. And the idea is that, sure, you might feel as though you're behind, but it's never too late to actually catch up. And so you ask yourself, how do you get to those numbers? Well, one, you want to, the target that I say, you need to, at a minimum, be saving, AKA investing, roughly 15% of your actual revenue, right? That being your salary. And then after that, I think another thing to take advantage of is just other tax advantage retirement accounts, right? So if your employer is willing to match you, call it, 5%, right? Max that out. But another thing to think about is, hey, we don't know what the tax plan will be once we get to that retirement age. So I love the idea of also opening a Roth IRA, where that money, what you see is what you get, because you would have been, that money that you're invested has already been taxed. Another thing, you just want to automate your savings / investing, right? I think, people can feel a little anxious when it comes to retirement, but everything, if you have your own retirement goals, it's going to boil down to what you're doing today to ensure that you are going to be comfortable once you get to that retirement age, right? We're living a lot longer. So the good thing, right? We're living longer, but the bad thing is, hey, now you need a little more money when it comes to retirement.
Certainly. Yahoo Finance contributor Ross Mack, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Good stuff.